Hello roofing contractors, this is Adib and Jeff. We're with Roof Coating Supply. Today what we're going to be going over is the EPDM commercial roof system. Jeff, let's first start with a general overview of the system.
Well, EPDM is a synthetic rubber roof. What made it popular years ago is that it eliminated a lot of labor costs. For example, at the time that it came out, most roof systems were built-up roofs or modified bitumen products that required more labor. With the EPDM roof, it came in very wide rolls, and 15-foot rolls would allow you to do a lot of production. It was easy to install. It's a very light system. It was good to go over with other roof systems as well. For example, if you would put down a dense deck, you could go over with an EPDM roof system.
So let's go, you mentioned installation. If you were to install an EPDM roof, how would you install it?
Well, personally, I like to glue everything down. I like a fully adhered system. The downside with EPDM is the heat, especially in the southern market. I personally feel like it's a better product for up north where you've got freezing and colder temperatures. The problem here is with all the sun exposure, it wants to shrink, it wants to contract, and eventually it'll start pulling off the walls. That's a term we call bridging.
Okay, so in the details, let's talk about the details of the installation. When you're installing, what are some details that you want to make sure that you're attentive to?
Well, first off, doing curved flashings with any product's not easy. The downside with EPDM is you don't use a cant strip. I like the cant strip with roof systems because it gives you more adhesion as you go up a wall and helps prevent things pulling apart. Anytime you do any roof system, you have to make sure that whatever you're adhering to is smooth and has some continuity to it. I think personally doing an EPDM roof system is a little bit more tedious because you've got to cut it and you've got to sort of do upholstery work around the curves and your flashings. Like I said, though, the good thing is you can get a lot of production because everything is wide.
Okay, and my last question for you is, what are the general disadvantages of an EPDM flat roof system?
Well, it's got a few pros. One is it's probably more hail impact resistant than other systems. One of the downsides is just how the heat affects it. One of the other downsides is also an upside. For example, a lot of movie theaters use EPDM, and they'll put a ballast rock on it. The ballast rock will absorb the heat, give the product itself a little bit more longevity. The downside when you put a ballasted rock on it is you can't see a repair. You've got to locate it. I've repaired many EPDM roofs where 90% of the time it's just moving rock around. We would move rocks around to try to find the seams, and then we would investigate the seams and see if they weren't splitting or needed some kind of repair. That's the downside. I'm not a big fan of the product, to be honest with you.
So, generally, how long do you see them lasting?
Well, personally, I look at when the sun starts to deteriorate any product. I've got an EPDM roof that I've been servicing for over 10 years, and now we're beginning to see the matting behind it. The rubber wears off. You can actually rub it with your hand, and you'll get rubber on your hand itself. I'm just not a big fan of the product because I think it has a lifespan that's limited, especially in the southern market, the southern hemisphere where we're getting a lot of sun and we're getting higher temperatures.
All right, I think that wraps it up for today about EPDM roofs. I'll see you guys on the next episode.